allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings that you bestow on each and every one of us. We ask for your guidance in this meeting. And these things are asked in the name of Jesus. Amen. Good morning, everybody. Minutes of the last meeting. Any corrections or changes that we need to make? If they are now, I'll entertain a motion for approval. Second?
No,
Oh, yes.
I think I have one here that we might want to change. Down at the bottom in CCNR violations, number A, discussion regarding Unit 15 easement. That's really not an easement he's crossing, that's actually a green area.
It's green area, right, that's correct. You need to change that word to green belt or green area or... Any other corrections? Now I'll entertain for a motion. In the second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, the minutes are accepted with a correction. Okay, first application today is Henry and Linda Flowers, Unit 3, Lot 14, placement and painting of a storage unit.
First of the new applications. We did this together because
Okay.
I had them in my office and we worked on the plot plan together, but
Okay.
so just letting you know that.
It looks good so far, I mean.
Definitely better.
Yes, better than the old, I think.
Well, I could read it easily, but we don't know how they would feel, but I'm pretty to knowledge of the thing, so.
Okay, it's my understanding this storage unit has already been placed on the property. And let's see if I understand this plat. This is Unit 3, Lot 14. Mr. Flowers, you're here. On your storage unit, out of curiosity, I noticed you got it about halfway up on your property. Is there some reason it's not on the back of the property, or?
It was just where it was put when the man gave it to us.
When they unloaded it, that's where they unloaded it?
Yes.
Would it not work better probably on the back of the property rather than up in the midways? Or?
Not for what I would like to use it for. I would really like to use it for my craft room, and there's a door right there that I can go right to it.
Can I say something?
And who are you, ma'am?
I'm Nadine Wakefield, I'm next door.
Yes, ma'am.
It's in front of my windows. And when I look out my kitchen window, my dining room, all I see is that wall.
Is that Barry?
May I add something?
Yes, ma'am.
It also has another purpose. I can open my windows now on that side.
What do you mean, you could open them?
Yes.
And what does the storage building have to do with open windows?
It blocks the view.
Oh,
You have foil of them.
well.
It depreciates my property.
I understand. I quit. What did you say?
I was gonna say, if you read in the CCNRs under number 1, for unit 3, it says that the architectural committee, reserves for the committee the power to control the use of the lots and to control the placement of all mobile homes, cabanas, porches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, to make such exceptions to these conditions as the committee shall in its sole discretion be advisable. I don't know if in this case it might not be advisable simply to maintain some sort of peace in the neighborhood, so to speak, because it does totally block her view to where she has nothing to do.
No, ma'am, it does not.
Yes,
It blocks her kitchen window, but she has built to the edge of her property. She has her porch totally there. It's not up against the fence even. It's still in our property, 18 inches on
I
our.
realize that. I did go by and look at it, and took some
Okay.
pictures, so I know where it's placed. so.
Okay, but if you're gonna go by that, it also blocks my windows, so.
Right, exactly, I understand. You have a right to block your own view. I'm just saying that sometimes just for neighborly peace, sometimes it's better not to purposely do something that you know is going to aggravate your neighbor.
Well, it
That's just
wasn't
all I have to say
it
about it.
wasn't
We do have the
purposely
right
for
to,
that.
as a committee, to do that. But that's my thought on it.
My question, Katie, to that effect, she's allowed to put a 7-foot fence up there. This is a 7-foot building. And if she wanted to put a 7-foot fence up there, that would be okay,
The 7-foot fence.
along, down the side of her property.
Yeah, I can't.
Privacy fence,
Yeah, but you can't go over 6 foot, can you?
well, maybe it's 6-foot fence, but that's how.
And the storage unit is taller than that. If you look at this, if you look at this photograph.
Says 7-foot.
Well, as far as, it's not, like I say, it's not on the property line. And there's no setbacks in this particular unit.
I realize that.
Uh,
Not past this.
And like you say, you know,
It's not illegal.
no, it's not illegal.
I'm just saying that we do have the right to control.
I understand.
It will be painted and will blend with the property. It will not stand out as it does
And
now.
18 inches in between us, there's no way you can get out between the weeds or anything, so there's gonna be weeds and grass between the house and the fields.
Sorry, but we can't get in there. We can walk behind it.
It's y'all's favor, ladies and gentlemen. We can allow it to stay, or we can require it to be moved, I think.
Well, it can be moved, it's on skids, it's not anchored yet, and it would need to be anchored because all
Yes.
storage buildings need to be anchored.
Is this sitting on concrete or grass?
It's on the grass right now. We intend to put it on blocks if we can leave it there.
You do know it has to be anchored so the wind won't blow it away, don't you?
Yes.
I mean,
And I didn't see that in the permit either, in the application to anchor.
that had to be part of the,
I really think if the wind's gonna blow that away, it's gonna take a few trailers with it first.
well, and that's not the point, is, this committee requires any storage buildings that's put on any property anywhere has to be properly anchored, so if there is a wind, and there has been some in the past that have blown away, that this will not blow away and damage somebody else's or whatever.
Okay.
That's just a requirement we require, so.
Is this a wooden or a metal structure?
It's wood.
It's a wood building.
She didn't show you the pictures.
Oh, we got pictures.
Okay.
Uh, This is not the picture of the building, is it?
No, that's the greenhouse that's moving out.
Oh,
That's just a fiberglass, a plexiglass building. It's, he and I carry it around.
did you see him? Pass him down. Somebody's gonna have to make a motion for him one way or the other.
And of course, there would be the matter of it having been done without a permit to begin with.
Okay?
So I think that also needs to be taken into consideration. I'm not gonna do anything because my feelings are that, it can be moved back on the lot. And I feel that it should be, but whatever the committee.
If somebody makes a motion, the committee approves it, that's what'll happen. I can't make the motion myself as chairman.
Now, there is a question as to moving the building onto the back of the property, in that the electric wires will be covered up by the building.
Is all electricity underground there in the entrance?
Yes. And it's, in other words, it's outside of my fence in the back, but electric wires coming
Come across your property to your house?
to the house, to the mobile home.
Underground?
Or underground. And
We
there's,
should table it and go look at it.
Do you know exactly where they're located at, the wires?
when they go from the
I understand,
meter to the property.
To the back of the
do
house.
you know the exact location though?
No,
Not
because it
underground,
goes.
no, because we haven't dug them up.
No.
Maybe we should get Rio Grande then to come out and locate those lines and then decide what we're gonna.
That's an idea, yes.
Well,
What?
if the meter pedestal is on his left corner by the drawing, and goes into the house, they usually go into the trailer, not at the actual corner of the trailer, but several feet down the trailer, which means the wires are going underneath his shop.
Going underneath this building?
His shop, his shop that he's got listed here in the drawing, I would say that the wires are underneath that anyway.
Okay.
So, you're saying that the metal building, it's the shop? is
The one
what
that
you're
you got
saying?
here, Ward, you got carport, enclosed room, and shop listed, attached to your trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well-
what I'm saying is, without looking, let's say this is your trailer,
Uh-huh.
the electric would be saved somewhere right about in here, not back here.
Well, it
So
goes
it would be
from,
that the shop is here, the wires are coming into there, if that's where the pedestal is. If it's on this side, different story.
The shop is on the, let's see, from the back, the shop is on the right and the electric box comes in on the left of the trailer. So the
I
plugging
think
is
it's,
here
I
and
think
you
part
go
of the
across.
safety factor, we need to, have, does REA keep plans of where they laid all them lines years ago?
No, not on the property,
Not on the property.
to the pedestal.
But they should be able to determine where they are.
Well, it depends on where the pedestal is, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If the
Right,
if you're standing in the street looking at their trailer, if the pedestal is on that corner, to the right, coming into the trailer, no problem. But if it's on the left, I would think that the shop that he's got listed here, the wires are underneath it. Because I don't think they came like this to the back of the trailer.
Would you be willing to go look, since you used to work for REA, to
I,
look and?
you could look and see, but I don't know, I can't tell you under the ground actually where the wire is.
Well, I understand that, but.
But that, I know when I lived in Unit 3, where my pedestal was, looking toward the back of the property, was on the left. And it took a beeline straight from there to the trailer, and it was 8 or 10 feet down the trailer, if you will, if you want to use the word down. and the shop was be sitting right there, I'm guessing, I haven't looked, I would say that the wires, but those are his wires, not,
I understand.
that has nothing to do with,
No,
with
the
the co-op.
pedestal is the end of our gates, I understand
Right.
that.
The location of the pedestal, which part of the lot are you saying is the pedestal?
If I'm standing in the street,
In the street?
I'm standing in unbroken arrow,
It would be
looking
on
down
the-
your property line.
It would be in the left side.
Pedestal's on the left-hand side,
Mm-hmm.
so I would think that the wires are running under the shop, but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And you won't
Well,
know.
actually, there's more than one wire. There's actually, from the unit, from the source, there's probably 3 cables.
Yeah,
that
it's
go into the
electric,
mobile home.
phone, and cable TV. No, cable TV's not there anymore, but at the time, I think cable TV ran that way in the same general area. Depends on where their pedestal is, but, you know, I don't know.
Well, would you wanna table it, maybe then, as Katie's suggesting, you maybe could look at it and give a rough idea about the.
Yeah, we could surmise where the
Well,
wires
that's
go.
about all we can do without whoever put it in recently showing us where it's at, which probably won't happen, but.
Yeah, we could surmise where it's at, but, you know, I'm not gonna say it's exactly there because I don't
I
know.
understand.
You know.
I wouldn't expect you to say exactly. Does that sound right to you, Katie?
That sounds fine to me. I think we ought to table it.
I think it
Okay.
needs to be tabled.
I make
Okay.
a motion, I move that we table it until we can discern where the electrical lines are and.
Okay. You have a second for that? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand. Okay,
Staying.
okay, Eileen abstains. We will table it till next week, and somebody, Bill can go out and look at it maybe and get some idea. We will take it up next week, one way or the other. Okay. Next item.
Next item is Joanne Mayberry. She brought in her
Oh,
violation
okay.
letter, if you'll remember, that it's regarding her storage, also without a permit. Would you like me to take that and pass it?
Sure. It's only the first sentence that makes any difference.
This is on that canvas covered deal out front?
Yes,
Oh.
it's temporary, very temporary. It is.
And what is very temporary? We've had things been
It
temporary.
depends on my health. Let's see, I ordered furniture, okay. It looked like it was gonna rain. I had David put up that structure so the old furniture could go out there. In the interim, I fell, got a concussion and contusion, and I've done San Antonio and rehab and what have you. So I've not been able to do what I wanted to do. And David ended up going to the emergency room, so he couldn't do anything either. And as soon as we get resolved, it'll come down.
And what is stored in there?
My old furniture, they delivered the new and they put the old furniture in that structure.
Well, that's not what they make.
What?
They make storage rooms that you can rent to put your furniture in. That's,
Well, I wanted to sell it and
I understand, man, but,
and if I felt better, I'd be able to do this. But I go to the doctors and rehab, and as soon as I can, it'll come down.
what do y'all think, ladies and gentlemen?
Will we put a time limit, Eleanor, on it?
Well, to me, sometimes temporary turns out to be several months, and that's not temporary.
Well, I don't mean that, I don't mean, you know,
Yeah.
within,
I'll be up north.
Whatever y'all think.
Would 30 days be adequate time to?
Would 30 days give you time to do what you need to do?
I hope so.
I make a motion that it be allowed to remain there for 30 days.
Okay,
That time needs to be disposed of.
I'll second.
okay. All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, you have 30 days, ma'am. Thank you for coming in.
Want my letter back or not?
Here's another letter that was given to me this morning that we sent to Mr. Joe Luna. It has in, Unit 35, Lots 9. He had a couple of washing machines in the back drawer in his trailer, the skin was peeling off. And John Jones is coming this weekend. He told me and Russell this morning to replace the door, repair, and fix all that up. And then it says something about an abandoned vehicle here in the letter. And the vehicle, he tells me, belongs to Chance Ring. And he gave us his phone number because it's not his car. So, would you like to get
Or
over?
on his property though?
I don't know whether it's actually on his property or is it the house that Chance rented there next door. You know, Bob?
It's on Luna's property.
It's on Luna's?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a car to pick up.
Big up, well, whatever. Okay. I guess we need to contact Chance and he either has to move it or we will have it moved. Is that what we do? I mean, I don't know whether it's operable or inoperable, I have no idea. But Mr. Linda got called out on a truck that broke down somewhere on the road and he had to go. So he dropped the letter off and I presented it.
The registration and everything current?
I have no idea.
Because if
I
they
got
aren't,
it.
then it's
Because they've been
storage
gone
and,
for quite a while.
yeah, then it's not operable.
But,
This,
okay, what's this?
this is over at the Staple area.
Okay.
Border Patrol for a while has had horse patrol too, but they've not been anywhere to, they've been going back and forth to the arena, trailers and back and
That's
forth.
where that storage building went the other day.
And now this is a military style.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the pictures?
They brought it in on a truck. Metal truck did.
Yeah,
Metal building with a vent
Yeah.
on top and
yeah,
everything.
military's up there, right? And, but they made her, had talked to the horse club over there about stabling for horses over there. That way they wouldn't have to make that trip twice a day, gas like it is. And, but they wanted a separate storage room to keep their saddles intact and feet and so forth in. It's just, with a doghouse in it,
Yeah,
so
I've
it's
seen
here.
him working over there.
Oh, it's sitting in the corner of the,
It would be in one of those two corners, back
Okay.
out behind, kind of where they had to keep the trailers back in there, back in
Right.
that area. I don't think anybody would ever even notice it, but,
and they will anchor it down.
someone, I'm sure they will, I don't know if it would be anchored down, I doubt if it would even need to be anchored down. But I'm
Well,
sure
no,
it
we,
will. Yeah.
we need to require it, so. Okay, Sheldon, that's the permit for the stables. Did you got one already?
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, everybody got one.
Yeah.
What's y'all's pleasure, ladies and gentlemen?
Have they got permission from the West Club?
Yeah, they went to the horse club first.
Well, I mean,
And
you know.
asked, yeah, and
Just
they
wanna
had,
sure.
I guess, rented them, they had some vacant stalls, and so they rented stalls or whatever, but, somebody had, I guess, over there at the stable club told them they had to have bring something to the architecture committee for a permit.
I didn't realize that the Border Patrol does a lot of work with horseback
Oh, yes.
in this country.
Yeah.
They did for a long time, but in recent years.
In the last few
they used to
years,
do it
yeah.
more out
That's the
west.
only way they can get back in there
Yeah.
sometimes.
I move to approve.
I second.
Motion approved and second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Okay. Permit is permitted, allowed.
And the horse trailer that's been sitting there in the old RV park, It belongs to one of the border patrol agents who lives right across the street from there. They have, his wife has a horse at the stables, they're members of the horse club, so it'll be moved down there.
Okay.
That would go to
Next on the agenda, anything else for us today?
Yes, I have a violation that came in for Unit 7, Lot 1, 57 Chandler, and it looks like just broken furniture.
Oh,
food
CCNR
found,
violation?
Maybe a bunch of beer cans. My question, when a letter goes out for something like that, is that a 15-day to remedy or 30, and when is that? When are those different time stipulations applied?
When does it start? Time period?
Well, probably
I would say
upon
the
receipt
letter.
of the letter, but
Yeah.
Well, but you don't know when that's gonna be.
Not anymore, you can figure 2 to 3 days to get the mail to San Antonio back here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, are these folks aware of the violation?
they have not received the letter.
Okay.
Everybody-
Okay. We do need to send them a letter then stating that they have to either repair that thing or remove it.
30 days before fees are applied?
Yeah, that normally what we allow, Russell, 30 days?
Yeah, I think 30 days is reasonable.
Okay. The only reason I asked is I found some in archives that were 15, and I thought maybe that was for a more severe.
I think it's 15 days to respond.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
And then 30 days to rectify.
Right. Anything else?
What about E15?
They have corrected, as far as I can tell, they've had both maintenance and security go out, and I actually went there because I happen to know them. Their dog was loose, and I learned that I know who they are, and so I brought their dog back and let them know, and they had said that the owner hadn't said anything to them and denied that they'd been warned, but they would not do this anymore, and so the renters have been warned, and I did speak to Mr. Walker about putting boulders or telephone poles. Says that those are probably aesthetically not the best idea, but they don't have any boulders. But there are no, but the telephone poles are there, but they would look kind of less than appealing.
Less than aesthetic.
Yes, so that's what's going on with 15. Hopefully,
What about the appliances and golf carts?
on 15, I looked as thoroughly as I possibly could to see where there would be a violation, and I still haven't found one. He's using the property correctly, although it looks like the car lot.
Yeah, there's six
And golf carts for sale. So I really need help with that to find out what the idea is on how.
Well, technically, he's running a business there selling golf carts, and
Right.
that's not permissible.
Well,
Is it? Oh, it is?
but in the rules and regulations under zoning,
Yeah.
it lists things that are, allowable. And it mentions something about,
Specifically
golf
golf
cart,
carts.
golf cart.
That's in 15 or only, or?
It's for the whole fort.
Oh, 4.
In other words,
The
it
number
could-
said because he said six, there's 6 golf carts. Not all of them for sale, but there are 6.
Well, I can remember a few years ago, a gentleman that was repairing golf carts and selling them at his house, and Fort Lee installed. He was general manager at one time. Bob? He was
Oh,
retiring,
okay, yeah, I
had
forgot
two or three
about
sitting
that.
out front of his house all the time.
Yeah. Forgot about
He was told about it, and he did get rid of it, and stopped doing it. So now I don't know which,
We can just send out some kind of a nice letter to him and,
okay.
I'll pull out the road, that section about the zoning.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah,
If
that's-
it's not illegal, then the
Yeah.
only thing you can do is say at least park them neatly.
Yeah.
You know.
They are, they're
Okay.
lined up.
So, other than that, what can you say?
Okay,
I think he started to use neighbors' driveways to park his multiple vehicles, so it's a little less.
well, you can't do that.
Also, a quick question regarding extending the length of time for a permit. That's, there's not a separate form to my knowledge for that, correct? And is there a charge? Or is that the process is filling out the, what is the process for that?
Okay, now you talking about amending a application that's
Okay.
already in, been
A
approved?
permit
or
that's
what?
been approved and
Extending.
extended time?
Extending the amount of
If it's
time.
done in 6 months.
It has to be done within 6 months.
And then must be reapproved starting from the beginning?
Right. If they come in a week or two before the time is up, it's an additional $5 fee and they can restrict it for 6 months. Or we approve it for 6 months. It has to come before the committee.
One-time extension to unexpired permit.
Right.
It says $10.
Or it's
One
$10
time,
now,
okay,
okay, it
thank
used to
you.
be 5, but it's $10 now. And they have to do it before the permit runs out. If it runs out, then they have to apply for complete new permit.
What was the response up front that you mentioned?
That they didn't have the forms or whatever, they came in and
They were just
wanted
confused
to
about it.
extend it, and then nobody knew what to do, or didn't have the forms, or something
Okay.
to that effect.
So it's there in the small type and now I can like. highlight it.
Actually, I think they used to bring, just a regular, permit application for an extension. It was, used to have a slot on here,
Uh-huh.
and they just check that and send it to the committee.
One-time extension of expired.
Right, and just.
To unexpired permit.
Right,
Right,
So if it's within 6 months, it's unexpired, it's still $10.
right.
otherwise it's a new permit.
Otherwise, if it's after 6 months, it's a complete new permit.
Yeah,
They do it all again.
they can use the,
And normally what they
You-
do
you
is
still
the
have that on
permit
the
that
new
was
one?
approved,
Right.
attach that to the.
They go at 5.5 months, they're like, I'm gonna need more time.
Okay, then they need to apply for an extension.
Okay, perfect.
For 10 bucks.
Thank you.
so you do have that still on your,
Right.
on your new form.
Yes, okay.
Okay, we were presented the colored maps this morning for all the different units with the master here. And if y'all are in agreement, I think the girls could probably hole punch these things and put them in each book with each unit. And they sure are a lot better looking than the things we have now.
Actually, they're better just sitting right up front.
You want them up front?
Yeah, because it makes them a lot easier to find than having to go back to all the units. and
Well,
get-
I don't know about your book, I got a
Yeah,
slot in mine.
that's what mine.
Okay, what's the committee's pleasure on that?
For now,
I've got mine right now stuck in the
You
front.
want to just put them in front of the book and let them stay that way
for now.
for now? Okay.
And y'all don't have to vote on that.
Yeah.
No, I just getting everybody's opinion. Who knows, somebody might not like it.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I'm sure someone will want it.
So let it be done.
Sounds good to me, folks. Mr. Walker, do you have anything for us, sir? Nothing today? Nothing today. Anything else, ladies and
I have
gentlemen?
a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what all has happened since I've been gone, I'm very glad to be back, but, is the permit required to put in a above-ground swimming pool?
Yes, I would say.
Was a permit approved to put an above-ground swimming pool behind the house on Amy
On what?
Court? Amy Court?
I don't know where
It's
it
just a one-block street over by my house.
You talking about lately,
Yeah.
permit wise? No, we haven't done a permit on a pool.
Okay, well, there's one there.
Yeah, that's another question on that, would that have to be fenced? Safety wise?
I think above
Above
ground.
ground.
Why don't they get a single inch, they have to be,
I don't know.
It's just
think-
right on my property line, because I own that triangular lot behind me. The edge is about 3 inches from my property line.
Well, to me, that's another one of these things, it's a temporary deal, that after the summer it'll be gone, but usually they're not, unless, you know.
The wind blows them
Yeah,
away or
wind
something like that,
and-
you know. Okay.
So, I would say, wouldn't you think, Russell, they need a permit to put one of them in? I would,
Yeah, because it might be put over the property line.
that's right, it could be, you know.
What
Okay,
street did you
I
say
will
that?
get with you.
What street did you say that was?
It's you know, Fairway,
Yeah, I
Fairway
know
Circle?
Fairway Circle.
Okay. There's just a one block street right before you get to my property. The trailer, the unit sits here, and my house is here. It's being used as a rental property now. And apparently the renters put this in while we were gone. But I can show, we had the land surveyed, so I know where the stakes and everything are.
Are you on lot one?
Right?
Right.
I'm right on the corner of Eagle Way and
What,
Fairway Circle.
I know the rental property, is there some kind of package that the renters can pick up so they understand the rules and regulations that the owners probably do not tell them about? Is there such a thing?
So much more older than that, really.
Well, realtor, whoever does
No,
it,
no, this was rented by the owner.
well, I understand, but, somebody has to be paying the dues on that. Is that usually the renter? That pays the rental,
Doesn't
the
matter,
dues?
the buck stops with the property owner.
I understand, but if they don't tell the renter, then the renter is the one that gets in trouble.
Exactly, but it's still,
And the renters, when
the violation is.
Against
I
the
would
property
think,
owner?
Exactly, because the property owner is responsible for what happens on his
Okay.
property.
and they get when they get a renter sticker, they get a kind of a list of do's and don'ts.
Do's and
So
don'ts?
it's kind of like,
Okay.
essentially all renters have, unless they're a member, is right to go to and from their house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, that's tough to control.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? No?
Yeah, she had included a list of the committee members that's
Oh,
going
yes,
off.
yes.
And we need to, we've got 5 that's gonna be going off.
That's surprising. I can't imagine half of the committee going off.
I know, I don't know how, usually it's 2 or 3 at a time, somewhere out of rotation.
Now then, since the board of directors will be meeting after the 13th of May, do we need to go ahead and submit the names for today, for this month's board meeting, right, to rerun?
No, they appoint in May and then the new ones take over in June. It used to be years ago, they did the appointment in April, but then it was like, okay, you've got a brand new board and they're trying to do committee appointments, so they do the appointments in May now. So as long as I have something in the next couple of weeks or something goes up, so I'll be working on the board back.
Were you gonna do, Steve's this week, for the board?
You've been on the committee 2 years, but you haven't this
He's
year.
gonna replace Lee Winchell. Well, Lee's going up too, so it doesn't matter, I guess, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's the, Dylan, Brown, Cock, and Noel have served a, 2-year term, but they're eligible to serve another 2-year
Right.
term if they want to.
Well, I
But
wanna-
then on,
I want to poll them today and see if they
right,
want to.
and
Is Lee in that same category though?
Lee
Was
would-
Lee in that same
Lee
category?
would have been in that same category, but because him resigning, then we need one. But I would say instead of trying to have the board do just one appointment this week, and the
Right.
board meeting, just
Let's
wait and do it in
yeah,
May,
right.
right?
And we know that Steve Giblin wants to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Barbara, do you want to serve another 2-year term?
Yes, I hadn't realized I've
Okay.
been here 2
No.
years.
No? Well, you got a replacement?
You can't leave unless you
Yeah,
have a
really.
replacement.
I don't know about George.
I think Chuck
Russell,
might
how
want
about
to
you?
back on.
Yeah, and George will probably also, I would imagine, but I will too.
You will too? Okay. And Steve's gonna be taking Lee's place, so y'all need to come up with a name to replace Katie, so we can submit it next month, for next month's appointment.
And you might check with Chuck Terravella and see if he wants to do that.
Chuck Terravella.
Yeah, he's one. And the others gonna serve another year?
They don't have a choice.
Eileen, Bill?
Well, we got another year to go.
Bruce, I
yet,
know.
so
Yeah, but that don't mean you couldn't quit.
Just bring us coffee every week, we'll stay.
Okay. Anything else?
Does everybody have the rules and regulations in their binders also, other than just CCNRs?
No, I don't think they do.
No, I don't.
But everybody can stop at Drum Counter, they keep a lot of copies made, though, if they doesn't have one.
We probably should have it in there because the subject come up of businesses, home occupations here, it's discussed.
Listed right there?
It's discussed in depth in it, so.
Okay.
No.
2006 edition?
Yes.
There you go, okay.
Really quickly before you adjourn, letters to be sent out. I really would like to set a date for a committee member to come in to sign these, because they're being signed by Janelle. But I think in the past they were signed by one committee member and as well as Janelle, or actually just the committee member. So is it possible to be able to do a Wednesday afternoon or, Wednesday afternoon? Having them signed?
We talking about letters that's going out or what?
Violation
CCNR
letters.
violation.
Oh, okay.
Can we do them at our regular meeting?
Yes, but that would delay them.
Wait, throws it a week late.
In other words, if we decide to send a letter out
Next
this
week,
morning, we would have to wait next week to sign.
get it signed.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Or, I mean, I could, by appointment, I can call, because it's not gonna be every week. No,
Can any board member sign it? or is
promise
that
not to
the
call you
chairman?
every time.
Oh, used to be the
Okay.
chairman,
All
yeah.
right.
Used to be the chairman, but that's when.
You got some I need to sign this week?
I will in about an hour.
Okay. I'll start.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? We're adjourned, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, back to reality. Get home and my air conditioner unit is out and I